Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Strength and Balance. We are going to start up on our feet, do a little bit of cardio to hopefully get a little warm because it's cold today, and then we'll come down to the floor for a bit, and then hopefully come back up and do a little bit more cardio. So we're going to start up on our feet. I will turn the music on. Just remember, every I give I give repetitions and I would like you to pay attention to your body. So if you can do more repetitions than what I say, do a couple more. If you can do less, do some less. Every day is a different day. So just be mindful of how your body's feeling today. Make sure that you listen to your body and don't push it too much. Know when to push it, know when to pull back. So my repetitions are just guidelines. So make sure that you listen to your body and know how you're feeling today. So let's begin, and I will start the music. All right, we're going to start up on our feet. Start up with those arm circles, left and right, big full circles. Full ranges of motion. Warm up the arms. And the opposite direction. Let's take those big circles forward. Overhead, alternate. Make sure we come up on that toe as we reach across, but still overhead. So we want to feel this all the way down the arm, the side of the body, and all the way down onto that toe. One more each side. Then reach across and twist through the torso. Then the other side. Now make sure you pivot on the foot. We want to make sure that the knee goes in the direction of the toes. We don't want any injuries with the knee. We want to stand up tall, so we don't want to lean. Stand up tall as we reach across. One more each side. And then shoulder roll. So keeping the arms close to the body, just roll the shoulders down and back. Think of that full range of motion. Keep the shoulders back and down and take your head and look to the left and to the right. From here, we are going to bring those hands up by your head. We don't want to pull on the neck. I like to keep just my fingertips by the head, hips away, and we are just going to take a bow and come up. So push your bum back, down, and up. Make sure you squeeze the abdomen. We want to feel it down the glutes, down the hamstrings, and push the hips forward as you come up. So we don't want to pull from the back as you come up. We want to push the hips forward. Heels to the front, right and left. You can chop those arms. One more each side, then let's tap to the side. So left and right, right and left. Now we're standing upright. We're not shifting our weight as we step. We're staying on that stationary leg and just tapping that leg out. Keeping that core nice and tight, really focusing on your balance here. One more each side. Then we'll tap them back. So same thing. We're going to stand upright, hip, shoulder, ear, all ankle, knee, hip, shoulder, ear, all in a line of that on that standing leg, and then tap the opposite leg back. So I'm not shifting my weights except from whatever foot I'm balancing on. Keeping that core tight. One more each side, and you can release. So right away we are going to make our way down to the floor. If you would like some water beforehand, please grab some water. We're going to come on down, make our way down to the floor. Make sure your heart rates are down before you come down, but we didn't hit too much cardio yet. So come on down on your back, please. On your back. When you are down on the floor, you can relax here. Hips square, shoulders square, sink into the floor. Knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor. Make sure the knees don't come open or together. We want to have a nice parallel leg. The knees are the same distance apart as the ankles. Arms are long by your side. And we'll get right into 10 pelvic tilts. So press that low back down to the floor and release. Down to the floor and hold. Squeeze the tummy and release. This is 3. And 4. 5. 6. pelvic tilt, low back press down to the floor. Then we are going to lift your hips up into a bridge, keeping that strong pelvic tilt. Pause at the top, and then slowly lower down. 15 bridges. That was 1. Let's keep going. 2. Make sure you pause at the top and focus on holding that pelvic tilt the whole time. 3. When you lift up, you want to make sure that your hips stay square. You want to focus on pressing through both heels evenly. 4. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Pressing through the heels, this is 5. But you also want to make sure that you keep the toes down. So you want to press through the heels and flex the feet. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. We have 5 more. 11. 12. 13. 14. Last one. You can release on down. Pull both knees into your chest. Hug them in and rock side to side. From here, we will roll over to your left side. So roll over to the left for your clamshell. On the left, the knees will be stacked, abdomen is tight, feet are stacked, knees are stacked, hips are stacked. So make sure when we lift that knee up, we don't rock forward. We keep that core nice and tight, and we're just moving from the hip, lifting that knee up and down. We're going for 15. That was 1. And 2. 3. 4. Keep your core tight. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 5 more. 11. 12. 13. 14. That is 15. We are now going to roll on over to the right side and do 15 clamshells on your right. So knees are bent, feet are stacked, hips are square, shoulders square, abdomen is tight. Make sure we don't roll back. We want to really focus on isolating that movement right into the hip. And 15 more clamshells, this time on the right side. Let's begin. So lift that left knee up and back down. That's 2. 3. onto your back for more bridges. So when you're ready, we are going to come back onto your back. This time with your bridges, we're going to have a nice wide stance. So widen up your feet. And from here, it's important to make sure that the knees are in line with the ankles. So however wide your feet are, the knees also have to be, which means we can't have the knees come in or too far apart. A good way to help prevent that is to make sure that you're pressing through the bottom of your foot and that you're using your whole foot. If you don't want to roll to the side, one side or the other of your foot. Abdomen is tight. Again, don't forget about that strong pelvic tilt. And we are going into 15 more bridges. Right into it. So exhale, lift up, squeeze, and make sure at the top of the bridge. That is when the knees don't come in or out. We want a little external rotation on the knee, on the legs, to make sure we do hit the hips and the glutes. And back, down, that's one. That's two. Slow and controlled. Three. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 5 more. 11. Focus on that form. 12. 13. 2 more. 14. That's 15. You can release. Pull both knees into your chest. Take a second here. Then we are going to roll over to your left side. And this time, instead of clamshells, we will go right into your lateral leg lifts. So you want to make sure your body is in a nice straight line. I can't tell if it looks like my body is in a straight line here, but flex your feet. Make sure that we are not bringing the feet forward. We want a nice straight line from the shoulder, hip, ankle, knee, and ankle. Then we are going to press out through the heel. We are going to lift up and back down for 15. We want to feel it in the hip. Make sure the toes don't point up towards the ceiling. If anything, the toes should be pointed down slightly. But I do want you to focus on flexing that foot and pressing out through the heel. So that was 1. Let's keep going to 15. Here's 2. 3. Take your time. 4. 5. 6. Squeeze the butt. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 3 more. 13. 14. That is 15. Now take your time and we are going to roll on over and do the same thing on the right side. So make sure you get that form first. want to make sure that you are in that nice straight line. Abdomen is tight, hips are square, shoulders are square, flex the feet, toes are turned down slightly if need be as we lift up and come back on down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 5 more. 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. You can release and roll forward into child's pose. Push your hips back over your heels. And then come on up. We're going to make our way all the way back up to standing. Take your time, grab some water if need be. Come on up, get some water, and grab a chair. So we are going to get into quite a few sit to stands. So I want you to focus on perfect form. All right, so we're going to go right into your first set of sit to stands. Grab a chair. And remember, when you find a chair, we want our knees to be bent at about 90 degrees when you are seated on that chair. We are going to sit here, then press through both heels and stand on up. Make sure we stand all the way up, and then break at the hips, push the booty back as you come back down. When you come back down, I want you to pause and then back on up. So what I don't want you to do is lean back and then get that momentum to come back up. I want you to pause in that same position as you come up and down. So what I would like you to do with that pause, without that rocking, I would like you to do as many as you feel comfortable, up to 10. So if you can do 2 and that's enough, like I said, we're going to do a lot of repetitions. So listen to your body. Don't push it. If it hurts the knees or hips, do less. We're focusing on perfect form here. So up to 10, as many as you need. Now, I want you to cross your arms over your chest, so no cheating with that momentum. And come up and down. Up and down. Keeping that core nice and tight. However many you are going to do, we are going to go back into those good mornings that we did the first during the warm-up. So hands are up, abdomen is tight, soft bend in the knee, hinge and up. So push the butt back, keep the legs straight. And we are going to go back into your sit to stand. So same thing here. So we're going to shoot for no more than 10 this time through. However many you can do with that perfect form. Cross your arms over your chest up to 10. If 2's your number, then 2 is perfect for you today. Let's begin. Now make sure we stand all the way up. And then when we come down, we don't want to rock. Chest stays up. Finish your 10. We are going to find a wall, or I'm going to use the back of this chair for balance. So now we are going to bring my left, it looks like my right, I'm going to bring that stationary leg is the left, my left hand is on the chair, shoulders down and back. I'm going to balance and brace here on this side. On my right side of the body, I'm going to bring that right knee up, around, and down. So circles with that knee. We're loosening up the hip a little bit more. We'll do 10 in that direction. Take a second, and then 10 in the other direction. Again, if 10's too many, do less. And let's begin. So up and around. Think of a fluid motion, as big of a circle that that leg will allow with your range of motion. Direction, same leg, and we'll go in the opposite direction. On that side, we'll switch to the other side. So I'm going to move my chair to the other side. You can spin around if you want. Again, we'll stabilize on that stationary leg, hold on, and we'll do 10 hip circles. Bring that knee up and around. Again, focus on that range of motion that you have, but as big of a range of motion that you can get. Finish 10 in one direction, we are going to go into 10 in the opposite direction. When you finish 10 in both directions, we will go back into your sit to stand. So back on through, another 10 if you can. Hips away, chest is up, abdomen is tight. Cross the arms over the chest. I almost forgot. Another 10. So again, we are doing a lot of these today. If 10's too many, do less. However many you can do with that perfect form. When your form starts slipping, that means it's time to stop. When you finish your 10, we are doing the last set of 10 good mornings. So hands are up, abdomen is tight, hips away, pressing through the heels, down and up. Make sure you keep a nice flat back. Last set of sit-to-stands. So now this is our last set. This will be set number 40 if you did all 10 each time. Now here, if you feel strong and you feel like you can do more than 10 sit-to-stands, this is where you can go to your max, but make sure that form is perfect. If you're sloppy, they don't count. So cross those arms over your chest. Last set, if you can do 1, that's perfect. If you can do 15, that's perfect. Whatever is appropriate for you, as long as that form is perfect. So chest is up, up, and good. When you finish your 10, you can push the chair aside. When you push the chair aside, we are going to go right into butt kicks. So alternate heels to the butt. Now here we are shifting our weight. Shifting my weight to that standing leg. Then we're going to bring the arms forward and back. So when we bring the heel to your butt, we're driving those elbows back and squeezing the shoulder blades together. Each side. Then we will pause here. Big arm circles. We're starting on the left and holding on the left. We will do 10 on the left and 10 on the right. And 10 on the right. we are taking your feet out and 2 to the right. When you have this, we can add the arms. Pick up the speed or keep it slow depending on what you need. Form first, so make sure you have your steps. Make sure you're not stepping on your feet. Two more left, and 2 more right. Then from here, we are going to take our legs and step behind. We're just going to reach across. So the same leg that's going behind, that same arm is going in front. One more each side. And now I'm going to back up because we are going to take this movement forward and back. So we're going to march our knees, arms overhead, march the knees and walk forward. And then we are going to shuffle back. So just that back shuffle. So march the knees coming forward. And then shuffle back. So we can pick it up if you're comfortable or keep it slow as long as we know it's behind us. Arch it forward, bring the knees up, and then shuffle back. One more like this. And shuffle back. And when you're ready, we're going to take a couple deep breaths in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. We want to bring the heart rates down a bit because we're about to come back down to the floor. Let's bring your arms out to the side and just do a couple twists while we bring the heart rates down. So these twists, we want to make sure that the hips stay square. We're not rotating here through the hip. The knees stay pointed forward. We're just twisting through the midsection. Last one. Let's take one more deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Grab some water if you need it. We're going to come back down to the floor. You can start off in that child's pose. So hips over heels. Child's pose. You want to make sure that your heart rate is down before you come down. And when your heart rate is down, we are going to push back into that child's pose. And we are going to come on down into that plank. So low plank, 30 seconds today. Forearms will be parallel elbows in line with shoulder. We have 30 seconds. Up and hold that low plank. So that low plank, we want to make sure that your back is nice and flat. We don't want the butt up. We want to tuck the tail. Hold the belly button up towards your spine. Press your tailbone towards the heels and your pubic bone up towards your heart. Relax the shoulders down. Make sure you keep breathing. And release on down. Push back into child's pose. We are going to come on up to that tabletop position, hands and knees, and we are going to go right into your bird dog. So right arm forward, left leg back, right palm face in, left leg flexed. We're going to hold here for 30 seconds, and let's hold. Make sure that left wrist is in line with your shoulder. Make sure that left leg is straight. It helps by flexing the foot. 5 seconds. I think my mailman's here. And release. You can come back into child's pose if you need. Take a second. Don't forget we have the other side. So another 30-second hold. This time your left arm is forward, your right leg is back, and let's hold. So left arm forward, right leg back, reach through your fingertips. Again, that right hand now, that right wrist is in line with your right shoulder. Shoulders are down, press out through that right heel. Left fingers, that palm is turned in, thumbs up towards the ceiling. Straight. We have 5 seconds. And you can release. Push on back into child's pose. And we are going to come back on up into that plank. So another 30-second plank. Same thing, forearms are parallel, abdomen is tight. 30 seconds, up and hold please. Come on up and hold. Make sure that your back is flat. Tuck the tail. Drive the elbows towards the toes. Squeeze the tummy. And you can release. That was 30 seconds. Push on back into child's pose. Relax here. We have one more time through. We are going to come on up for that bird dog. This time a dynamic bird dog. So we are moving the elbow and knee towards each other. So up into that tabletop position. Wrist is in line with shoulder, knees in line with hips. Tuck the toes, right arm forward. Left leg back. And from here we will bring the elbow back and the knee forward. And extend long. That was 1. We're going for 10 per side. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. That's on that side. You can push back into child's pose if need be. Otherwise, we are back Opposite side, left arm forward, right leg back, and 10 here. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And that's 10. You can release, push back into your child's pose. And take your time, make your way all the way over to your back. On your back. When you are on your back, I'd like you to extend both arms long and drop the knees over to the right, head comes to your left, and hold here. Bring the knees over to the left and to the right. Back to center. Cross your right ankle over left knee. Then reach behind that left knee and pull the left knee in towards your chest. Release, uncross, then cross the left ankle on top of right knee. Reach behind your right knee and pull the right knee in towards your chest. And release. Extend both legs long, both arms long overhead. Full body stretch, reach in opposite directions. Get as long and tall as you can go. Then pull that right knee in towards your chest. Hug the right knee in. And bring that bottom of that right foot all the way up towards the ceiling. Pull your straight right leg towards your chest for your hamstring stretch. leg long. Same thing on the opposite side. Pull the knee in first. Then extend that leg long. Bottom of the foot is up towards the ceiling. Extend that leg long. We are going to roll over to your left side. Make a straight line with your body on the left. Then reach for that right ankle. Pull that right heel back towards your butt for your quad stretch. Make sure the knee's not forward. We want to pull it back. Push your hips forward. Same thing on the opposite side. So we are going to roll over to your right side. And reach that leg back. Pull the heel back towards your butt. Hips forward. And roll into child's pose. So push your hips back over your heels. Walk those arms forward. Now we want to bring your butt down as close to the heels as possible and your arms as far forward as possible. With your butt down and your arms long, we are going to walk your hands over to the left, keeping your head between the arms. Side. Walk your hands to the right. Keep your butt down and your hand stays between the arms. Back to center. Tabletop position, hands and knees for your cat-cow. Arch and sway. We want to get as much flexion in the spine that we can. And come on down flat on your stomach. Bring your elbows back next to your chest, hips stay down, chest comes up into that cobra. And then release, push up and back into child's pose again. Here, you can take your time, come all the way up to standing, or you can sit however you're comfortable. So stand up or sit however you're comfortable, and when you are ready, you can roll the shoulders back. down, take your head and look to the right and hold. Then to the left and hold. Back to center. Arms come out at shoulder height, palms up towards the ceiling. Look up, push your thumbs back. Open up that chest. And release. Take that left arm, bring that left arm long, bring that straight left arm across the body, pull it in with the right. Make sure your shoulders down. Other side. And release. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. 2 more. Last one. Good job today, everybody.